Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Heather Donahue. From cult horror icon to creative reinvention, Heather Donahue has one of the wildest career arcs in modern pop culture. For a lot of people, her name instantly triggers memories of shaky handheld footage, desperate screams in the woods, and that unforgettable close-up confession from the Blair Witch Project, the 1999 phenomenon that flipped horror filmmaking on its head. But Donahue's story goes way beyond that one legendary role, stretching into writing, wellness, entrepreneurship, and a very intentional reinvention outside Hollywood. Breaking through with a revolution in horror before the Blair Witch Project. Heather Donahue was a young actor grinding through auditions and theater work. Then came the casting call for a strange experimental horror film that promised improvisation, total immersion, and a docu-style approach. Donahue dove in fully, and the filmmakers gave her and the other actors unusual freedom to shape the characters and the fear in real time. When the film hit in July 1999, it became a cultural earthquake. Made on a microscopic budget, it grossed nearly $250 million United States dollars globally. Donahue's raw, vulnerable performance was the heart of it, making her one of the most recognizable faces in the world that year. For better and worse, that fame was intense, overwhelming, and unlike the arc most young actors imagine. Life after the Witch Hollywood offered Donahue new roles. She appeared in projects like Men in Black 2 and the sci-fi series Taken, but nothing came close to the scale of Blair Witch. She later talked openly about how the industry often boxed her into that one moment. Eventually, Donahue stepped away from acting altogether, choosing a life that felt healthier, freer, and more aligned with her values. Author, grower, and reinvention expert, in 2012, she published Grow Girl, a memoir chronicling her adventures in Northern California's medical cannabis community. It's funny, candid, sharp, and gave readers a completely different lens on who Heather Donahue is: witty, introspective, and unafraid to take leaps others wouldn't. She's since moved further into writing, wellness, and building small businesses focused on personal growth and intentional living. Donahue often shares that leaving the entertainment world wasn't running away, it was choosing something. Reinvention is her thing, and she wears it proudly. Cultural legacy. Even with all the life changes, Heather Donahue's impact on film is locked in forever. The Blair Witch Project paved the way for the entire found footage genre. From Paranormal Activity to countless indie experiments, her performance remains one of the most famous, real-feeling portrayals in horror history. Yet her legacy is more than one iconic piece of cinema. It's also about showing what it looks like to walk away from a life that doesn't fit, to redirect your energy, to build a new identity from scratch. A career defined by courage. Heather Donahue didn't just survive the whirlwind of instant fame, she turned its momentum into something completely her own. Whether people know her as a terrified hiker with a camcorder or a writer chronicling unconventional communities, she's proof you can always rewrite your story. The weight of instant fame. One thing that often gets lost in the mythology around the Blair Witch Project is just how overwhelming the aftermath was for its actors. Donahue wasn't stepping into a traditional Hollywood success story. Instead, she walked straight into a once-in-a-generation media frenzy. Because the film was marketed as real found footage, many people didn't even realize Heather Donahue was an actor. The internet was still young, and the line between fiction and reality blurred in a way that created a strange double-edged fame. She was instantly recognizable, yet also trapped inside a single narrative she didn't control. She later opened up about the emotional whiplash of that year. The fame was surreal, the scrutiny intense, and even auditions became awkward because casting directors couldn't see past Blair Witch. That level of overnight icon status is tough on anyone, and Donahue's decision to step back starts to make even more sense when viewed through that lens. Stepping away on her own terms by the late 2000s, Donahue quietly started pulling away from acting, pivoting toward a life that felt more grounded. She has been refreshingly honest about her reasons. Hollywood didn't feel healthy, creatively fulfilling, or even safe for her spirit anymore. Plenty of actors drift out of the spotlight, but
Bye bye, thanks for watching. Bye.